this, so I don't forget.
Check 1, 2.
Yep, so that's recording. Yep, okay, cool. It says at the top. Sweet. Okay. And then on OBS, I'm going to hit live. And then, so we should be live now, I believe. Yep.
Nice.
So let me go to Facebook real quick and see if it worked.
See if you are LIVE.
I don't know. All right, let me try something else.
Did not work.
No, I'm gonna try. I'll put the stream key. Let me re-put it in real quick. All right, so stop streaming.
All right.
Settings.
I'm gonna mute myself and go to the bathroom real quick.
All right. Stream Facebook Live. Paste. All right, it should be. No, quit. Oh, I didn't hit apply. Maybe that's why.
All right. What didn't you do that you were supposed to do?
I thought it. Well, I didn't hit apply, but I just did now. Settings. Stream. Facebook Live. Okay. I did. Make sure it's not live under myself.
What's up?
I was making sure it wasn't. I didn't go live like underneath my normal profile.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Let me try one more thing. Page. Live. Copy. Stop streaming. Live. Let's see if that worked. Oh, it looks like we are live.
Did it work? I can't hear you.
It looks like it.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said it looks like. Let me see. Title.
Podcast number first.
I'm gonna call it Untitled Video Game Podcast. We gotta come up for it with a name.
Yeah.
Do episode
2.
do episode 0.
Nice.
All right.
Are we live on Facebook?
I'm getting ready to hit the live button.
Nice.
Why is it leaving out? All right, I'm just gonna hit go live.
Nice.
For some reason it was wigging out. I don't know why.
Hmm.
I was trying to type in like the title, whatever. It was being weird.
It's freaking out.
It's freaking out.
It's freaking out.
All right, we are live.
All right.
All right. Sweet. All right, let me just make sure everything else is good to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over to the streamer dashboard.
Stream dashboard.
Yep, cool. What is that?
It's my dryer.
That's pretty cool.
It's my dryer's in my kitchen,
That's awesome.
where the washing machine, or no, where the dishwasher would be.
Gotcha.
I don't have a dishwasher.
All right, you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, everyone, welcome to the first ever episode 0 of the Untitled Video Game Podcast.
Tentative.
No, we're not trying to be edgy and cool. It's just we literally don't have a title yet.
Yeah. We'll think of one at some point in time.
Yep. So the plan is to possibly do every episode live. Just kind of depends on like our personal schedules, and then hopefully trying to record every Sunday, and then getting the podcast on like an RSS feed on Monday at some point.
Yeah, I feel like Sunday's a good time too because all the gaming news comes out during the week. We can record on Sunday and then be behind the following week. So
yeah, it'll be
pretty good. Yeah.
So yeah, we're just kind of go over like a rough format we kind of been creating over the past week, and some stuff might change. Just depends on like what we like and what we feel.
Yeah.
And maybe at some point possibly getting like a guest or something. That'd be pretty cool. Because I actually did download the app we use, the Zoom app, and you can do it right on your phone, so you don't need anything super fancy if someone wants to come and join.
Yeah, it's super easy to download and get working. It took like 2 minutes. So
yeah, it's super. It's super. It was actually really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, my name is Harrison. I'm one of the hosts of the show. With my brother Nick. It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Nick. I'm the brother of Harrison, who we just just met. And it is my birthday today, as Harrison just said. So we're gonna be hosting the show, and I guess talk about gaming news and kind of what we've been playing this week. I don't know what else. Maybe some questions from.
I would definitely love to at some point do like each topic we do. We'll probably pick like a topic of the week or something, just something that we personally want to talk about or whatever, and then we'll get like if you guys want to comment and say whatever your favorite thing is or whatever, if you want to pitch in on the on the topic. But
Yeah.
So we'll start going over the format. So every so we'll start off with just going over what we've been playing throughout the week, and so yeah, well, I guess we'll go ahead and start with that. So Nick, if you want to kind of talk about some of the stuff you've been playing.
Yeah. So the thing that's most clearly on my mind right now, because I just played it 30 minutes ago, is Luigi's Mansion 3.
Sweet.
I don't know if you played that, Harrison, but
No, I have not. I really want to pick it up.
Man, so I'm on the last floor right now. So in total there's I think 17 floors to the game. I'm on the very last one, and man, it has just been such a fun game. There's just a lot of like character to it, and Luigi has such amazing expressions. I don't know why that's fun, but it is. Like there's just so much. I don't know. I know it's kind of but there's a lot of charm to the game.
Yeah, I've definitely so it's more like the second one then, where it's kind of like the little bite-sized levels.
Kind of, but also it's kind of like the first one too, because it's not like mission 1, mission 2, mission 3 like Dark Moon was.
Gotcha. That's what I liked about 1 the most. It was like a big mansion or whatever, and you kind of went through. You unlocked upgrades and stuff to get into locked rooms, and then the second one I really enjoyed, but it was kind of more of that bite size, like here's the level and here's the next level. It's not kind of interconnected, almost like
it was.
You would expect.
Very geared towards handheld, I think.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
That handheld structure, kind of like play for 15 minutes, do a mission.
Yeah.
And I don't think I played the first one. I know you did, but I don't think
I loved it.
Yeah. I know you loved it, and I don't think I played through the first one in its entirety, but I played a lot of the second one. I don't think I finished it because it got kind of bored with the mission structure, but with 3, it's like every floor is different, but you can also go back and find like all these unlockables, these gems that like at the end of the day don't really add anything to the game in terms of like what you're unlocking, like and what like abilities you're unlocking, but it's just something to do, something to find throughout the game. And I found that like if you're just messing around, you kind of end up finding something. And there's always like there's always something to do in the game. Like you're always sucking up something in the room, and the rooms are always filled with stuff to do. So I've loved it so far. I thought it was a pretty great game, like overall. But so I've been playing that, and I've also been playing Ring Fit Adventure.
So how was that? I saw they kind of announced that thing out of nowhere, and I don't know. It's like every generation, Nintendo always like creates some sort of weird like exercise thing.
Yeah. So,
but it seems like it's pretty fun. I mean, it's got like a story mode and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the initial, I guess, reveal video of the game was super weird. Like the 2 hosts of the video kind of seemed like murderers, to say the least. Like they were like very like robotic almost.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was super creepy. But the actual game itself is really fun. And so I'll wake up at 6:30 or 6 a.m. and play it for 30 minutes or an hour, and you kind of go along, and there's different portions of the game. There's like a running portion where you run and you kind of either press in on the Ring-Con equipment, which is just like a yoga ring, a Pilates ring, or you expand it to suck in on items. So you can get all these items as you're running along, or you can push in to break these boxes and get items. And that's part of it. And then you fight these enemies, and you have your choice of like 6 different attacks you can use, which are just different workout routines pretty much. So you can do like a plank, or do like a kind of overhead shoulder press type thing.
Yeah.
And as you level up, you unlock new abilities, which are new exercises. So it makes it kind of fun to unlock these new exercises, which in your everyday life would be really boring to do, because you're like, oh, this is just like another exercise that I have to do. It's like, oh, this is cool. I unlocked a new exercise. So like instead of doing regular squats, which you have in the beginning, I've unlocked like the wide squats, which do extra damage against enemies. and are also kind of a little bit harder. They work different parts of your body. They work like they're like abductors instead of just working your I don't know body terms, but
Yeah.
they work different parts of your body. And it's been really fun. It's made me want to wake up in the morning, because normally I wake up and like drive to the gym, and this is kind of a substitute for that, where I can just wake up and come to my living room, roll out a yoga mat, and kind of get going. And it really does. It works up a sweat. Like it's like it really gets your heart racing. I think it's great.
Did it come with a yoga mat, or did you just have one?
No. So it didn't come with a yoga mat, but I really think if you get the game, you should have a yoga mat, or at least like carpet, because I'm on hardwood floors.
Yeah.
So if you're doing planks or doing anything where you're kind of sitting down,
Yeah, it'll start to hurt after a while.
Yeah.
I do sit-ups, and after like 30, it starts to hurt, and that's not.
Yeah. So I recommend the yoga mat if you're on hardwood floors. But no, it's been super fun. It's been something I look forward to every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the RPG elements aren't anything extravagant like you'd expect with like The Witcher or any other game, but I mean, it does the job. Like different attacks will have advantages against different colored enemies. Like a yellow enemy will be vulnerable to like ab exercises, and then a blue enemy will be vulnerable to leg exercises. And yeah, it's really cool.
It sounds like they put a lot of thought into it and stuff.
No, they did. And there's a lot of worlds that you can go through. So it's going to take a long time for me to finish the game, because you're supposed to play it in like 30 minutes to an hour increment every day.
Gotcha.
And then there's also like a new game plus once you finish that, just to keep on going. So there's a lot to do. Like there's not really an end game in sight, which is cool.
So I know it comes with like the weird like Pilates wheel thing.
Yes.
And then it comes with like a strap that goes onto your leg as well.
Yeah, so the strap on your leg is mostly used for your running, which you can do. And you can also change it to silent mode if you're on like an apartment floor. Like I'm in the 11th floor, so I use silent mode, which is just pretty much tiny squats instead of running, which makes it a lot more quiet.
That's pretty smart that they like thought about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I started out running, and I was just like, man, I feel bad because I feel like I'm making a lot of noise downstairs.
Yeah.
So I changed it to the silent mode, and I was like, all right, this is cool. This is a good idea that they implemented.
Yeah. That definitely sounds. And how much? It's what, $60, $70, $80?
It's $80. I think by Black Friday it'll go on sale. Probably around $60.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, it's like super cool. Like I've loved. I don't know if it's a complete replacement for like any gym exercises that you do, but it's definitely good cardio.
It's probably cool. I mean, it's definitely cardio, yeah, for sure. And then it probably is nice to have it like for the wintertime. If you don't want to go out and run and it's like 30 degrees, or if it's raining or something, it's probably a pretty solid replacement for those certain situations.
Yeah, because it's going to get cold up where I am in the winter, and I'm going to be wanting to whip this bad boy out and use it.
Cool. Well, go ahead and tell me about I've already played it, but tell me about the Switcher.
The Switcher. Okay.
How is it? Because the regular Xbox, PlayStation, I mean, it's one of the greatest like RPGs I've personally ever played. I never actually beat it. I ended up getting stuck where a lot of people kind of fell off. I've been always wanting to go back, but it's definitely a big game. There's a lot to it.
So I played it on Xbox as well, and I can't exactly remember where I fell off, but I know it was after. I think it was on like once you're going to the third place. I can't remember what that place is.
Skeleton?
I think it's the one after. Yeah, I think it's the one after Velen.
Maybe it's Velen, because I think I got to the point where I was supposed to go on the ship, and I never got on the ship.
Okay, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
But I know I've gotten farther than I did on Xbox on the Switch, and it's a little muddier.
Of course.
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look as great, but I've played mostly on handheld.
Okay.
And from what I've seen, like obviously it tries to push 30 FPS, and it doesn't always do it, especially when you're fighting 6 schools at a time, 5 schools at a time.
Yeah.
It's going to be around the 20 to mid 20. But like ultimately, it hasn't really affected my experience much. Like all the cutscenes look great, the environment looks great. Like obviously the trees and the forestry looks a little worse because I know that's what they significantly cut back on.
Oh yeah.
But it still holds up, and I've been loving what I've played. Like obviously, I know people have heard this everywhere, but the story is absolutely amazing, and the side quests are pretty much even better than the story.
Yeah, I spent so much time on it. It depends on the games, but most of the time, if it's an RPG, I'll just mainline the story and then go back. But it's just one of those games where you get like a new, kind of like the Outer Worlds in a sense, which we'll talk about in a second. It's all the side quests are like super interesting.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like play a RPG where, cause a lot of RPGs, you have a ton of side quests and they're all just kind of garbage and fetch cheat quests and all that stuff.
Kind of like one-off quests or blow-off quests. Yeah.
So.
No, but I really liked it. I can't remember where I've gotten to. I think it was to the point where I found Triss.
Okay.
And
can't remember if I don't know.
Yeah.
So long.
And I did like a quest for her. But yeah, no, it's been super fun. And I kind of took a break from it to do Luigi's Mansion and Ring Fit Adventure as well. But definitely going to come back to it. I want to finish it because I didn't finish it on Xbox, and I want to come back and finish it at some point.
Yeah.
It's a long game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I briefly mentioned Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it. You have the Game Pass, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So if anybody has an Xbox and doesn't have Game Pass at this point, get it. Because between
it's
like
totally worth it.
Gears and Outer Worlds, and there's a ton of games. Like there's a game After Party I want to play. There's just so much just awesome stuff, and then you got Halo coming out next year. So there's just a lot of really great.
And you can play Halo now. You can play Halo 5.
Yeah, Halo. Any of the Halos.
Chief Collection. Yeah.
I think they're getting rid of. They should be adding the Halo Master, or not Master Chief.
Reach.
Reach, yeah, they should be adding Reach to the Master Chief Collection just to get all the games on there. So that would be pretty cool.
So did they already add that to PC?
I know they're getting to release it on PC. I know it's been in beta. I don't know if it's coming to first to PC or not. I haven't really heard much about the Xbox version, but I know it's coming, but it's just a matter of maybe the PC will get it first.
Yeah.
So
Reach was fun.
Yeah, Reach
was really
super cool. Like the multiplayer is awesome. Like the whole, like the how did it go? It was like it's kind of like a wave style game or whatever, and you'd like.
Like the firefight?
No, it was kind of like firefight, but like multiplayer. Like one side was Covenant, and they could roll and stuff.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Okay, I didn't know that started with Reach.
Yeah. That's when
I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, because that's when they added like because the bubble shield and stuff started in Halo 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I think they added on to it like jetpacks, and it was a bunch of stuff. It was really cool. And then Halo 4, they kind of did the same thing. And I think Halo 5, they got rid of it and kind of went back to basics as far as. I know one option is you could sprint. Like that was like the special ability or whatever.
5?
No, and like Reach, I think. And then Halo 5, they just added like the dash move or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I know in Halo 5 they had a lot of different
things
you do.
And I think they added sprint too. I can't remember.
And I know in Reach they had a sprint class.
Yeah. I'm excited. Hopefully they have multiplayer. I mean, I think they will, but hopefully they have multiplayer because I definitely want to try it out again.
Yeah, that would be fun. I can only think of one map right now, like off the top of my head from Reach.
Yeah.
But
I can't even really. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah. Fun game.
But Outer Worlds. How far are you in it?
So without spoilers, I am.
Have you left the first planet?
I've left the first planet, but that's all I've done.
So that's I got to the ship and I launched into space, and then I think I saved it and turned it off.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen anything past that.
Yeah. But what a cool
How
game.
you liking it? Huh?
I'm liking it. Like I never played New Vegas. Like,
Okay, yeah, I played a little bit of it.
Yeah, I know because I remember you showed me the nuke in New Vegas.
Was there a nuke in? I think there was. I don't know if I did it though. I know because I
You
know I
either-
did the one in Fallout 3.
You either played it or showed it to me, but
Maybe.
that was super cool. And like Outer Worlds is just kind of like an awesome game. Like there's so much player choice in it,
Mm-hmm.
which I really like. And there's not like a clear like this is the good decision, this is the bad decision. Like I don't know what you did for like the big decision on that world. I don't know if we want to spoil what's happening.
Yeah, we'll spoil it here in a second, but yeah, the I like the fact that it's still like one of those open world games like Fallout or Elder Scrolls, but it's kind of like a bite-sized chunk that it seems like it is right now. It's like you got the planet and there's a lot of stuff to do. You can explore a lot, but it's small. It doesn't take you forever to like go across the map. So it seems like it's really cool, and it's an Obsidian made it, and it's probably by far their like least buggy game. Like New Vegas it's a great game, but was super buggy. And what else did they make? I'm drawing a blank. What else they made a couple other RPGs. Well, I know they made KOTOR 2 back in the day. Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Oh, okay.
And they made something else. I can't remember. But yeah, it's definitely one of those games, one of those Fallout games, but in space, and it's pretty cool. Like all the armor.
It works well.
Yeah, the armor's cool. Like every side quest is like it's like really interesting, and the writing is so funny. Like when you first like when you first go to that the first town or whatever, and you start to learn about Spacer's Choice, and you're like, this is kind of I don't know who's gonna follow this corporation. Like if you find out that at some point like you have to pay for your own grave or something like over your lifetime, because in Spatial Choice's world, like they own your body. They own the right to your own body.
And then they have that meat that you're eating. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, it's the fish.
The fish, yeah. It's not sardines, is it?
It's like Skeller or something. But yeah, like everyone's dying of like this disease, but the only thing they're eating is fish. At some point, like your character's like, well, why don't you guys eat something different?
That's all we have. That's
It's like they can eat other things. That's just the only thing that they choose to eat.
Yeah.
And then when you meet the people that, so I guess we'll go into brief spoilers now for the first planet. But after you go meet the lady that left the town or whatever, she was able to grow her own crops. And she started growing crops, and she would go into town and steal the corpses and use their bodies as, nutrients to
soil.
Yeah. So it's like super like creepy, but it's, I don't know, they're growing their own vegetables, so I guess it works.
Yeah. So I guess we can get into like you want to get into like the choice that you make?
Yeah. We can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a choice that is presented to you where you can either reroute the power back to the big city or to this little development that has been built from.
Because you need the power regulator, and you really don't care how you get it. You just
you need it for your ship.
Yeah.
And the people that are like in this little development, they had left the city because of I don't know how to describe it. They just didn't like how it was being run.
Yeah, and they rebelled against it and
Yeah, they rebelled.
exiled themselves.
Yeah. But yeah, you get this choice of rerouting the power. And at first I was going to reroute the power to the smaller faction.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, F the big man.
Right. Yeah.
I want to send it to people. But then you get to that decision point, and your comrade who had been with you since you got to the big city was like, I know what you're thinking, but you should reroute it to the bigger city.
Yeah.
And convince everyone to come back with you, like everyone from the smaller city. And I was like, well, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that because that's a lot more people in this bigger city. And if I didn't know what the outcome would be if I rebelled against the big town,
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what I could do because like there were some people that I talked to in there that I wanted to recruit, and there were kind of a lot of loose ends that I wanted to tie off. And I don't know if I could have done that with choosing the bigger town. So personally, I went with the big one. I don't know what you did.
So I actually, at first I sent the power to the smaller place, and then I went to go talk to the leader, and he said, he was pissed or whatever, and then he said, well, if you want your power regulator, you're going to have to fight your way through my men or something. And then they started shooting you. And I was like, and then I paused it, and I was like, you know what? I really don't like this choice. I went back because I'd saved right before.
Yeah.
I did it, and then I sent the power to the big place. And then when you go talk to the lady, the smaller city, she hates you, whatever. And then you start trying to slowly convince the other people to come. And then you end up, I think she ends up saying she'll never come back to that town with the leader running it. So you have to convince him to step down, or you could kill him, or however you do it. So I was able to step down because I put a lot of points into like persuasion and stuff early on. So I got him to step down, and then she came over, and
yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Did you lie about the dead bodies being like the soil for?
I think I did.
You did.
I think I did. I told him that she found a way to grow vegetables and stuff. And yeah, I think I did lie because I don't know if he would have left if he didn't. I don't know what would happen.
Yeah. But that was like, it was such a, like, I honestly didn't know what to do before I had talked to like my partner who was with me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was at first, because I was like, man, this town sucks. Like, screw this corporation. But then you start talking to the people and like your sidekick or whatever. So you're like, man, it's not their fault that they're living in this crummy life. Like, a lot of them are probably going to die if you just shut the power to this bigger place. Right. So I think it was cool that it wasn't just like black and white as far as, that when I went to talk to the lady at the smaller city, her town or whatever, she immediately hated me. But then you could kind of work your way back into her good graces as far as, getting her to be the leader, because she deserved it, because she figured out a way to, to sustain themselves without eating the salty fish stuff, whatever it is.
Saltoon, whatever.
Yeah, saltoon. Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna try to kill me at first.
Yeah.
When I went down and talked to her, like near the power generator.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I wonder if you could just straight up kill her, like.
I don't know if there's that dark of an option.
Yeah, because she's sitting right in front of the regulator, so you can't get it.
Yeah.
Until after you've completed her storyline. But yeah, I wonder if you just straight up shoot her. Like, I guess if you killed her, then the whole rest of the smaller city is gonna get killed.
Like go against you, yeah.
So I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting to check out. Yeah. By the way, if you hear like water running in the background, Kellen's got a bath, and like the drain is right there, like right there. So it can be kind of loud. So I don't know.
I can't hear it on my end.
Okay, then you should. Yeah. Anything? So I'm still like playing a crap ton of Halo 5. Like I don't know.
Really?
I can't get enough of it, man. It's just so much fun.
Nice. So
I mean,
what's your loadout right now? Like what do you start with?
I mean, I've been playing a lot of SWAT here recently, and then as far as Slayer goes, I mean, as soon as I jump into the game, I whip out the pistol because that pistol is so like devastating.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is
Um.
unreal.
So yeah, I mean, they haven't really been adding much to the game. I mean, there's like packs you can purchase. And stuff. So I've got a ton of like RP that I just spent on like packs and stuff, like
Yeah.
for customization options and stuff. But I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure most of the updates are done with that game.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
focusing everything on Halo
Yeah.
Infinite.
Yeah. So I'm super excited for whenever they add Reach to the game, and I'll probably check that out. And then Gears of War. After I beat that, I kind of fell off the multiplayer. I might go back and play it at some point, but yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I've been playing. I haven't really gotten anything new recently. I've been playing a lot of. When one of my friends come over, we play a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
The Dragon Ball FighterZ?
Yeah.
Nice.
I keep thinking about like getting some more characters because that game is, God, it's so good. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've played it, but it's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom, like where you have like you pick 3 characters and then you can like switch them out.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an old game at this point, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I am just unbelievably bad at any 2D side-scrolling fighter games.
Oh, yeah,
I bought it for the Switch on Black Friday last year.
Okay.
And I played it for a bit, but
yeah, I don't really mess with the online stuff because I'll give my butt cake. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really been playing too much. I mean,
did you ever finish Link's Awakening?
Link's Awakening, I did. I'm on the last dungeon. I've gotten to the egg. Nice. I stopped at one point to do the color dungeon and got I think the red tunic maybe. Yeah. I know you can go back and get a blue one if you want it. So yeah, I still got to finish that, and I'll probably try and do get all the seashells and stuff. So that game is.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I remember playing it back in the day on the Game Boy Color or whatever.
Yeah.
And but it's super pretty, like the whole like top down. It kind of looks like it's in like a little diorama.
Diorama, yeah.
But yeah, it's got a little like. I think the biggest criticism is the frame rate drops a lot, like when you're out in grass and stuff. But it wasn't so bad that I don't know. I feel like people are just.
It never really affected my experience.
I think just because it's a Nintendo game and it's Zelda, like they expect it to be perfect or whatever. But yeah. I really like it. Maybe not spending $60 for it.
I feel the same way.
Because that was a big criticism too. It was $60 when it could have been probably 30, but
it should have been 30 or 40.
Yeah, that was a little. And then the whole. I haven't even tried it yet, but their like version of like the Zelda Maker or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I heard it's just not anywhere near like the Mario. So I'm wondering if like they threw that in there to kind of give them like an idea if they actually ever did do like a Zelda Maker, because that would be really cool.
I think it'd be cool.
Maybe being able to have more design choices and stuff, because I think you just literally just pick tiles out of every dungeon and then throw them together. There's no you pick a room and then you add the stuff that you want to add.
It's like it's preset rooms.
Yeah, it's preset stuff.
Yeah.
But
so you had.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So I think like Link's Awakening was the first game that I played, like the first Zelda game that I ever played. I remember it being a lot more fun than it actually was, I think. So like I love the first few dungeons, like the first 5 or 6, but the last 2 or last 3, I guess, are super tedious. Like you're constantly going between floors and flipping switches and going back.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, like I was just so annoyed with having to flip a switch every 2 seconds. And I feel like there were a lot of changes that they could have made besides graphical changes
Hmm.
to the game to make it a little bit more functional and a little bit more seamless. But
Yeah, it was the
obviously
first
didn't.
4 or 5 like you were talking about. I was like, they weren't super hard, but they were just kind of straightforward and just a little puzzle too. But yeah, after the last like 3 or 4, like the switches, and then I think there's the one where you have to carry the ball through the level and throw it at the pillars and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah,
That
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 one. I had to look up a guide for that one because
I
I
did too,
didn't know
but
what to
I
do.
forgot. I didn't. It doesn't really tell you what to do. Like
Yeah,
you take the little beak on the owl. I think it says something about hitting something. I don't know, but yeah, I
it's
had to
not
look
very
that one up too.
clear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not super clear.
like just comparing that to like Luigi's Mansion, where I pretty much always knew like some semblance of what to do. Like I only had to look up a guide one time for one
Yeah,
room, but everything else was like really clear. And Link's Awakening, it's just an old game
yeah. That's
that they
definitely
did not like. Yeah, that's how old games were. Like they weren't very clear.
yeah,
But
it's
I wish they would
definitely
have updated a little bit.
yeah. Clean up those couple of levels or something.
Yeah,
But but yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It's definitely
yeah, good game.
a solid Zelda game, and I'm hoping they. I mean, I really hope they add just keep bringing up more games and stuff like
Like
remasters and
Oracle of Ages and
yeah,
Seasons.
Oracle
Pretty
Ages,
cool.
Minish Cap. I think that's the only Zelda game I actually haven't played.
You've played Minish Cap?
No, I did. I think I played on your game, but I only played like the first level or something.
Oh man, oh Minish Cap is great.
So if they
It's
updated
fantastic.
those and then brought over like I would love to see them bring over like Majora's Mask and
Yeah,
Ocarina of Time to the Switch. Could have been maybe up-res them a little bit. I don't know if they would put a ton of work into
yeah,
it, but
they wouldn't. I don't think they'd have to put a lot of work into them.
yeah, because it already looked great on the 3DS.
Yeah,
But yeah, Majora's Mask, that's such a weird, cool game.
no man, I loved replaying on. Well, I guess it was really my first time playing it on 3DS, but
Yeah,
I loved it so much.
yeah. Well, I remember playing it back in the day, and the part where you have to go get the eggs, I think, from the Gerudos.
Mm,
I don't think I could never do it for some reason. I don't know why. I guess
yeah.
my tiny 9-year-old fingers couldn't handle the pressure at the time. I don't know.
It's a
But
lot of pressure that game.
but yeah, but then because I don't think I had the option where you could slow down time or whatever, or do like the song of
Right.
slow time, whatever it was. I don't think I knew about that one at that point.
Yeah. And that helps a lot.
Oh yeah,
A lot of things in that game. Weird game.
yeah.
Weird Zelda game.
And I would like for them to try and redo the garbage that is Skyward Sword.
But only garbage because of your poo poo for Wii motion controls.
So bad.
But I never. It was the only Zelda game that I played and never beat, so I can't really say much.
Yeah,
But
I think I played like the first 3 dungeons. I think I let one of my friends borrow it, and then I never got it back. So
I hope they beat it.
probably not. I don't know. Anything else you've been playing or anything?
No, I don't think so. Besides Witcher 3, Luigi's Mansion, Ring Fit, Outer Worlds. I think I'm just waiting for Pokemon
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah. That's the next
Big
next
one
big
for
one.
Nintendo.
All right, so I guess at this point we'll jump into go ahead and jump into some news.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just go down the list of what we got here. So Microsoft's XO19 event is next week or
November
this week, I
14th.
guess. I honestly forgot they had like some sort of show like this.
Yeah, I don't know if I watched their XO18 event last year.
Yeah, I don't think I did either. I know they announced a couple of things. Like I think they announced a couple of acquisitions of maybe 1 or 2 game studios. But
Yeah, I know
I
Obsidian
don't,
was one of them.
yeah, Obsidian was
Outer
like the big one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really announced too much stuff.
It
Do you
was
think?
really just like additions to Game Pass. I know they announced Crackdown
Yep.
coming to Game Pass, and like subsequent Xbox first party titles were coming to Game Pass, but nothing too big besides like updates to existing games.
Yeah.
I think. From
Yeah.
what I saw.
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention too much to it. Do you think we get any more information on Project Scarlet, or do you think that's strictly E3 next year?
I see. Normally I would say no, but because they're like behind in the current
Mm-hmm.
console war, I think they might announce some, either statistics or specs on Scarlet,
Yeah, we'll probably hear
whatever
some
their
specs.
next.
I don't know. I don't think we get a name yet.
Yeah, it might be like the Xbox One X initial reveal
Yeah.
where they just talked about specs but didn't reveal like the look of it or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What do you
but
think the name of that official name is?
I don't know, Xbox Two, Xbox One Two. I don't know. They had such a stupid naming convention.
Well, they wanted it to be like this one thing you use for your cable and always online, and that kind of
And
backfired.
connect all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, always connect.
A lot of I think the rumor is right now that it's going to be the Xbox Infinite to like
Okay.
correlate with Halo, obviously Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
But I mean, Infinite's kind of a cool name. That's kind of like the catch-all box. Like you can do all this stuff with it. So I mean, I don't know. Or maybe they just call it the Xbox. I don't know. I don't think it'll be the Xbox 2.
Where would they go after Infinite though?
I don't know. Maybe there's
Or would
not
they
one.
just continuously update
Maybe.
the brand?
Yeah, well, I know Microsoft is leaning towards they want like a Microsoft or Xbox app. Because there's that announcement that they were that Switch was possibly gonna get like an Xbox app where you could play your Game Pass game and stuff on Switch. So
that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool to have it kind
Remote
of
play?
everywhere, or have it on your phone or whatever. That'd be cool.
And you're kind of like streaming it from the service, so you're not losing any like latency or
kind of like what Stadia is gonna do or just trying to do.
Yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. That kind of looks.
I don't have a lot of faith in Stadia, to be honest.
I don't. It's a weird thing because you're paying money every month to stream games,
but you have to buy the game.
But you have to buy the games outright, so it's kind of. I don't know. I would prefer it more like a Game Pass kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you pay $15-$20 a month, and then you get, just a collection of games that could, very well, leave the queue, kind of like a Netflix style thing or Game Pass.
Yeah.
Games don't always stay, unless they're like first party stuff. So they could,
right.
Make their own really cool like online shooter. Then you can, start adding value to that price. So. But
yeah, it's also tough because
weird thing.
You don't know how long the platform is going to last. So you're kind of investing monthly into a platform, and you're buying games for $60.
So it's like, what happens if they, this thing's a dud and they stop supporting it? Do you get these games forever?
It's like they don't transfer them to Steam.
Yeah, I mean that's a big. I think that's the biggest concern that most people have had with online games.
Yeah,
is what happens if Microsoft or Sony goes under. How do you access your games if they shut down the servers or whatever? So
yeah,
I don't know.
It could be a hit. I mean,
yeah,
for all we know, but I personally don't want to stream games every time I have to play. Or have to stream games every time I play.
That's a good thing about Game Pass and stuff, is you just download it. So I mean, that's cool. I mean, streaming could be cool. Like if you're on your phone or whatever, you don't have to drag around this big console, or whatever.
Right.
So I mean, there's value to it, but I don't know. We'll see
if it works or not.
Yeah. So the Pokemon National Dex cancellation thing, I don't really know much about this. Do you know?
So, have you heard about, like, I guess the announcement that not every single Pokemon is going to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah, which I mean, personally for me, I don't really care, just because
Yeah.
it's. I mean, there's what, over 800 now. Like, you know
Yeah.
how much memory that requires, them animating every single Pokemon and then
Yeah.
adjusting them for
For an
balance
HD console for the
for
first
an
time.
HD console. And plus, I mean, I kind of want to. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that I like and want to play with, but I kind of want to see what's new.
Yeah. You don't want Garbodor on your Sword and Shield, the garbage Pokemon.
I love that Pokemon,
Shut your mouth.
but I'm excited for it. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be. I guess, is it the first one where you can't carry over literally everything?
Yeah, so that's why there's such a big problem. Is it's the first game you can't bring in Pokemon from your Pokemon bank
Yeah,
to Sword and Shield, which people are super pissed about.
yeah. I mean, I've never actually used it that much. Like that thing, there's just too much time invested into that. I can't.
I'm more of a play through it through the campaign and Elite Four, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
And then I don't buy the Ultra version or
Right.
the Year 2 version of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'll usually, mainline the stuff, do the Elite Four stuff, whatever. Then I'll go back and get all the legendary stuff, and then I might start trying to collect, but I've never actually collected everything in any of the games, so
Right.
I don't know.
But there's been a lot of bad press with Sword and Shield, and like a part of me gets it because
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed too. You got 20 years worth of stuff that you want to carry over.
yeah.
I mean,
Also, like, they're not iterating on the game as much as they should be for a company. Like, upgrading from Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield, going from a 3DS to a Switch, they should be upgrading quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
they've
doing
got
a lot of
the what is it, Gigantum? What is it?
Gigantamax. Gigantamax.
Yeah, which I don't know. It's just,
which is like Mega Evolution.
I think it's raids, right? Like you team up with your friends and online players. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. But again, I think it's just kind of one of those like gimmicky things where they have like the mega versions of stuff, and then they have like mega moves now. I don't know. I'd rather see them put out like just a friggin' Pokemon MMO.
Yeah.
And charge me $10 a month to play it. I don't know, something like that. Maybe not $10 a month, but something like bigger. They seem like they're starting to kind of do that with the big field that you can go through. Mm-hmm. But
like the wild area.
Yeah, but it's not. Can you see players in that area too? I don't really know. I honestly haven't been following it too much. I just don't want to.
I don't think you can see players.
Okay.
I think you can. I think there are like raid areas which are like beams coming down from the sky.
Yeah.
You go to them and link up with other players.
That's cool.
And that's when you can battle.
That's cool.
Yeah, the Pokemon. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm like as excited as I am for any other Pokemon game, which is like medium excitement.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Like, I'll play the heck out of it when I got it. I'm not sitting here watching every single video and trying to tear apart. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't need to see every new Pokemon that they reveal in the videos. I just I know it's going to be fun and good. But, I mean, has there been a bad Pokemon, like, main series Pokemon game? I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, personally, I think every Pokemon game is pretty much the same formula. I'm going to do it every time, but
yeah,
I'm not going to complain too much. I know there's a lot of like quality of life improvements for this one. Like, you can access your like kind of bag of Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Like, so you have your 6 that are in your party, but you can access every one from any route that you're on. So you can just press start and access all those Pokemon, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a good improvement. I think they announced that pretty recently.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, either way, I'm excited for it. Like you said, it's a medium excitement. I'll definitely play it, but
yeah.
But yeah.
There are people like us, and then there are the people that are complete diehard fans who are sending death threats to Nintendo and Game Freak.
Too much.
And I don't know if their launch event was canceled because of all the death threats and stuff that were sent out, but
That's
it might
crazy.
have been a reason why, like, even the review codes were lagged because of the leaking of the game. This is a whole bunch of mess going on with Sword and Shield, and I don't think it completely deserves it, but
No, it doesn't. It's just, I mean, people are passionate about Pokemon.
yeah,
So,
people are passionate.
let's see. Death Stranding. Have you picked that up yet, or plan on picking it up?
I haven't picked it up yet. I think I'm going to at some point. I've kind of been reading a lot about what it is. Like I've watched all the trailers for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm interested in the vision of Hideo Kojima and like what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll like it. I've heard like very, very mixed reviews, like either
Well, it's
like
got,
10 out of 10s or
I
6
think
out of
it's sitting
10s.
on like a 86 or 87 like game rating, so it's reviewing well. But I don't know if it's. I mean, because when I saw that initial trailer, I was like, "This thing looks cool." Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've played one Metal Gear game, 5.
Yeah.
That game was super weird, but super fun. Like the shooting was fun, the sneaking around was really cool.
Mhm.
That's the first one I've ever played. So I've never really. I mean, I know of Hideo Kojima, and then obviously the PT thing he did a couple years ago, the Silent Hill
Yeah.
that he was trying to make, but then whenever him
With
and Konami had
Norman
that falling
Reedus.
out,
Oh yeah, he was making it with Norman.
yeah, so I guess he went from
Reedus.
that to Death Stranding, and the trailers and stuff look so cool. But I think a few months ago is the first time we've seen like gameplay. So this whole time I'm like, this looks cool, but what is this thing? Like nobody
Yeah.
knows what it is. And then all the videos I saw of it was just Norman Reedus running around this big green field. I'm like,
With a big backpack and
yeah, with the big giant backpack, and he falls and stuff falls out of it and stuff. Like it just looks weird. I mean, it's a cool concept of like you having to travel through the United States, whatever, America, and
yeah,
you have to reconnect these points so you can, I guess, rebuild civilization.
right.
Um,
I hear it's a lot of it strings on like a lot of different people playing it and kind of rebuilding together.
yeah, it's definitely got
So
that Dark Souls kind of vibe where you see other players'
yeah,
stuff without actually seeing them, so you can see, someone that placed a ladder or something for you. So
yeah, or
I'm
built a
super curious
bridge.
to try it. Um, but I definitely wanted to wait. Maybe I'll even wait for Black Friday to see if it comes down or not. I don't know if it does,
Yeah,
if it will.
I'll probably wait
I'm
till
still
then
waiting on
too.
Walmart's Black Friday list to
Have
come out.
you? I think has Target's come out? I think Target
Yeah,
has.
Target's come out. I don't know if GameStop's come out yet. Target's got a lot of good games for like Spider-Man. I think I'm gonna pick up. It's like $15.
Nice.
Um, there's a couple other games that I want to. I think Control is another one of those games where
Oh yeah, I want to play Control.
yeah, it's a Remedy game, so that thing looks really cool.
I loved Alan Wake.
Oh
That
yeah, Alan Wake
was,
was super
I,
cool.
yeah, I never played. What after Alan Wake
Um,
for Xbox?
oh it was oh shoot, what was that game called? I don't know. I have to look it up. It's gonna bother me.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
Oh God, I can't remember. It was like also a TV show, kind of in the video game.
Yeah, because they kind of did it with like it was supposed to be with like Xbox. When they announced they were gonna do TV shows and all that stuff, and it was
Yeah.
very weird. So I think that's what this game was out of. Quantum Break was what it was.
Quantum Break. Okay.
Yeah. So I never actually played that game because it didn't really review too well. So I was like, yeah, let's just skip it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up a couple of things for Black Friday. Probably not gonna get any new controllers. I definitely do want the Elite Series 2. I know you
Oh
have
yeah.
the original, but I definitely want
Yeah.
to get that because, as far as I know, I believe every controller you own is going to be able to go on to next generation.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's what they said, right?
that's like the first time that's ever happened. So that's super cool. You don't have to
I mean,
see.
they kind of made the perfect controller. Like, why split it again? You know, why make another controller when you've already kind of perfected it,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the Elite. Like, I love the Elite. Has a lot of different options. Has like the 4 paddles in the back, which I never use. But you can use them for like Overwatch, Call of Duty, whatever you want.
Yeah. That's
Perfect.
definitely like a really great decision. I think Sony's doing the same thing with their controllers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the DualShock 4 is good too.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean it's a
no reason.
solid controller. So
Yeah.
let's see. We talk about Skate 4. So I guess they filed for trademark again last year.
Yeah, so I think their trademark ran out for Skate, and then they refiled it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they're still going to make a Skate 4 or reboot the franchise, but it's still under their ownership.
Okay.
Which is a good
They need to do
bad
something
thing.
with that thing because like there's just no skateboarding games out anymore.
Yeah. Well, there is one
wouldn't even
coming
mind
out.
like a good Tony Hawk game. Like
Yeah,
I feel like there's I mean there's a perfect world where those two games can coexist because you have an arcadey Tony Hawk game and then you have the realistic Skate. So I don't know why they haven't. I mean, Tony Hawk kind of, I don't know, after a while, like I think after Project 8, I think that's the last one I played. And after that, they just got kind of.
Well, they did Ride and they did Shred with the boards.
What's the one that was on the Wii that you really liked, the downhill one?
That was Downhill Jam.
That was pretty cool.
It was fun. It was a bad game, but it was fun. I had a good time with it because I was still on like the high of getting the Wii.
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 on this game is on the Wii is good. It was so trash, but it was good.
What was the one game that you played on the Wii? It was like that shooter game with the aliens and stuff.
It starts with the C. Oh god, I can't remember what it's called. There's a Conduit,
yeah.
Conduit.
They made 2, right?
Conduit 2, yeah.
Okay. And then there was like that Red Steel game or whatever, the sword.
Red Steel 2 was phenomenal.
Yeah. That's when they started using like the Wii Motion Plus and all that stuff.
Yeah. Red Steel 1 was just Wii Motion or just regular Wii remote.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah. There was some weird Wii game. I don't know. The Wii was such a weird thing.
Yeah. That was super weird.
You got on here the Nintendo Q3 financial stuff. Do you know all that information?
Yeah. So, okay. All right. So I have it up right now. If you want to guess, first week I'll have you guess the top 5 highest selling games with the Switch. And I'll see if you can get them right.
Does this include like downloads, like just downloads only?
Yeah, this is everything like downloads, retail, everything to date. So no order, just guess top 5.
This is everything, not just this year?
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm sure Breath of the Wild is on there.
Yep.
Maybe Mario Maker is probably on there. Maybe.
No.
All right, so Breath of the Wild. It's probably something. Huh?
Think about it.
Probably Minecraft is on there.
No, this is just Nintendo.
Oh, just games. Nintendo first party stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Probably definitely Mario.
Which Mario?
Odyssey.
Yep.
See what else is there? Other first party stuff.
2 big games you're missing.
2 big games I'm missing.
Yeah. Well, 3, I guess. But
I'm trying to think what's Splatoon 2 is probably on there.
It's on the list, but it's not top 5.
It's not top 5.
Number 6.
I'm trying to think of what games I'm missing.
Think of like.
I don't.
What came out late last year?
I don't even know.
What's a big fighting game?
Oh, Smash.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm missing like a really, really, really big one that everybody knows. You already mentioned that even a grandma would know it.
With the other game?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess there are two that a grandma would know, but
Well, I know it's because when did Q3 in October?
yeah.
Yeah,
End
so
of September.
September. So definitely Luigi's Mansion or Link's Awakening
No,
isn't on there. That's too soon.
they wouldn't be top five.
Already mentioned Splatoon.
It's like a Ridge Racer, but different.
Oh, Mario Kart.
Yeah. It's like Digimon, but different.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon Let's Go, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was a solid game.
one thing I thought was pretty interesting is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is at 19.01 million, and the top selling game on the 3DS is Mario Kart 7 at 18.47 million.
Really, that's crazy.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is the Switch in 2.5 years has a game that's like the highest selling compared to the 3DS, which has been out for 7 years.
Dang.
And then for reference, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U was 8.44 million. So
is Zelda number one? That's all time sold.
on Wii U?
Yeah, or no, on Switch.
No, Mario Kart.
Mario Kart is.
Zelda is number 4.
Oh wow. Well, I think at one point, like when the Switch first came out, I think more copies of Zelda had been sold than the actual Switches got sold.
Oh yeah.
So it was like if the Switch sold 3 million, Zelda sold like 3.5. So I guess people are just buying 2 copies. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's cool. I always forget about Mario Kart. That was a pretty solid game.
Game. I mean, I bought it
At
twice.
this point, everything that was great on Wii U just ported over to Switch. Like I'm surprised they haven't done Pikmin yet. Like I feel like next year at E3 they might release or start talking about Pikmin 4 and then do like either a remaster of Pikmin 3 or like Pikmin 1, 2, and 3. That'd
do something.
That'd be pretty cool. Get people hyped for that. Same thing with Metroid. Like I'm surprised they haven't thought about bringing the trilogy over. Yeah, I've never played them, so I would definitely want to try it.
3. I played Corruption.
I thought you played all. I'm pretty sure you played all. No, you played 3. Yeah,
played 3. I think they'll probably release it closer to Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like any sort of remake or something would be. I would definitely tie it into like a new game coming out to get people hyped, and so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But all right. Any other news topics you could think of that you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I think that's it for this.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the topic of the week then.
Okay. All right. Do you mind if we take a quick break and I run to the restroom? Okay. Yeah.
Do. Let's see. I'll go. Go to page. Let me update it. Swerve. All right. So yeah, every week we'll pick a topic, whatever that we want to discuss. It may relate to news or something that's been going on or a certain game that comes out, but we'll try to do like some sort of different topic every week. The first one we'll start with favorite game of all time. And if anybody that's watching or catches the show, you can always comment and let us know what your favorite game is and stuff. And if you ever have like a topic that you want to think that's the thing would be good for us to talk about, definitely feel free to comment and stuff and let us know.
Yeah.
So why don't you go first?
I'll go first. Okay.
Favorite game of all time.
Favorite game. Do you think you can guess my favorite game of all time?
I don't know, man. Maybe. I mean, we were talking about Skate earlier. I mean, remember you were super into Skate.
Yeah. Super into Skate.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm trying to think of something that you played like. Oh, Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Is it the new one?
No. It's probably not Three Houses.
It's probably one of the GameCube ones, right? Or maybe
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. So it's Fire Emblem in the US. But that's actually Fire Emblem 7 in Japan. And it's the game that made me import a Japanese Fire Emblem from Japan on eBay.
Remember that.
And I looked up online the translation for all the names and all the items, and I wrote them down for I think it was Fire Emblem 6 that I ordered from Japan.
Yeah.
But Fire Emblem, I think Fire Emblem 7 is my favorite game of all time. I just remember playing it a whole lot, and it was one of the games where I was 2/3 of the way through the game, and only 3 of my lords were left. And for all of you who don't know about Fire Emblem, there's permadeath, which means your characters, like when they die in a battle, they'll die for the rest of the game. And at the time, like I was playing it, I was like 11 or 9 or 10, one of those ages. I didn't really understand the longevity of their deaths in the game. So I was on chapter, I think it was 17, where it was like a boat battle, and I had 3 of my lords left, which were the 3 main characters. And I was like, why can I not beat this level? And I realized I lost like 15 characters. So like, okay, this is how a strategy RPG works. Okay, yeah. I need to start over from the beginning and keep them alive this time.
Yeah, they're definitely really cool games. That's one of those games where like it benefits you, I think, to play it with permadeath, because I know they have like different variations where they can die and they'll be gone for like their whole level, but then they'll come back.
Not in 7, but I think they started that with Awakening on the 3DS.
Yeah. Well, I know at some point that it wasn't like that, but the newer stuff, it's the baby mode or easy mode or whatever. So I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those games where it benefits having permadeath on, just because. Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks, but you find yourself in that situation where you're almost beating the game, and you're like, "How do I do this?" Like,
right.
Why am I?
Like I was on the last level of 3 houses, like on the last map, and I don't think I had lost any characters up to that point, but I couldn't have beat like that level without losing a couple of characters. So I kind of had to pick and choose who to lose.
Yeah.
Like kind of like throwing him out as cannon fodder, and like it just makes you care about your decision more than you would if you're like keeping your characters every level or every chapter. But super cool game.
Yeah, I don't know. I've given them a shot a couple times, but I've never been able to dive, just really get into it.
Yeah. All right.
But
are we on to you?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. It's about, I think it's about a time, and there's an ocarina involved.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, definitely all time. I know like Breath of the Wild is a better game, and there's been other, probably better games. I mean, Wind Waker's a really solid, really, really good Zelda
especially on
game.
Wii U.
But I think it was just the fact that, gosh, I would think I was 7 or 8. I lived in Florida. I think I got my Game Boy first. I think Brittany got it for me for my birthday or something. And then my friend up the street had Zelda, had a Nintendo 64, and I'd go over there and play it all the time. And then, whenever I first got the Nintendo and got Zelda, it was just such an awesome experience to play. I think the biggest reason why is like because me and Mom would play it together, and she'd sit beside me and had the guidebook open, tell me what to do, and it was really hard, like for a kid, to beat these certain levels and stuff, certain bosses. And then like the greatest memory I have is when we were at the house, in Nottingham, and I think because I know when we lived in Florida, I was playing and I was fighting Volvagia or something like it was like the fire dragon.
Yeah.
When you're
the
in
one
the
that goes into the ground and comes back up.
and I died, and I got pissed, and I slammed the controller on the ground and it erased the whole game. In hindsight, I mean, the boss is literally right next to the entrance, so I didn't even. It's not like I even had to go back and really do much. I was so pissed, and I was so upset when I deleted that game. And I think I started playing it again, and then when we moved from Florida, we were trying to get Epona again, and I mean the whole racing mechanic in that game wasn't great or whatever, but I just remember Mom like screaming because I couldn't do it, so she was like, "Give me the carrots!" It was so funny. But yeah, that whole game, just the music is phenomenal. Like that's the one thing I kind of wish. I really love Breath of the Wild, but like I missed like the dungeons they had.
Yeah.
I mean, because they had the 4 main like dungeons, but they were kind of weird. They weren't like
they weren't traditional in any way.
Yeah. And then then they had the shrines and stuff, which were kind of like little mini dungeons. But yeah, that's like the one thing I wish Breath of the Wild had more of. But yeah, the songs and just like going out into the field, like Hyrule Field at night, was super creepy.
Oh God, that was so scary.
And then when you fight the what were they called, the
undead?
No, they're called something different. They're like reanimated or something, or shoot. But like the little like
the Redead.
Yeah. Oh my God! And when they look at you and they scream, and you're like you're stuck, and then they jump on your back and like start eating your brain, whatever.
That was genuinely scary.
Yeah, it was pretty
like freaky.
Scary. Just lots of cool memories about that game. It's so awesome, and I really do hope they move it on to the Switch, because I mean the 3DS version was so cool. Like it was so beautiful and stuff. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to play it on the Switch again.
Yeah. So. Yeah, up-res a little bit.
Yep.
Get it looking good, and I'd play it again.
Yeah, I'd definitely hop back into that game again.
Yeah.
I think it was cool. And then the sequel, Majora's Mask, was weird, but it was still cool.
Weird in the best way.
Yeah, it was such a strange game. Like,
yeah, they could have easily just done the Ocarina of Time too, and just kind of gone with it again.
Yeah, because that's when like the timeline split, because you have the kid version and you have the adult. So Zelda has a weird timeline, anyways. But
it's impossible to understand. But
yeah, if you want to comment below, tell us what your favorite game is of all time. And then if there's any topics that you want to, what we think the worst game of all time is, or doesn't even have to be that stuff. Just whatever like you think would be cool as like the topic of the week.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Most disappointing game of 2019, or
yeah. We'll see. Yeah, whatever y'all wanna. If we see some good ones that we're interested in, we'll definitely use them. But but yeah, that's I think that's about the wrap of the first episode
of the podcast.
Yeah. like I said, like the format may change. Just kind of depends on, there's other stuff we want to add in or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But we're always open to suggestions and feedback and all that good stuff. I think maybe at some point I might create like an email for it, and that way people can send in their comments or whatever.
Yeah. That'd be pretty easy.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate everyone watching, and hopefully in the next couple of days I can get it edited and figure out how to add it to the RSS feed so you can listen to our sweet, sweet voices into your eardrums.
Sweet.
So yeah, I appreciate everyone listening and watching. You guys have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
So yeah, I think that went pretty good.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to play some more of the newer games. I haven't really had time much to play stuff.
I really need to play Outer Worlds more.
Yeah, I did
I'm
too.
playing like a week.
That game is so cool.
It's so good.
It's definitely a solid thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we don't have to do a live show every week. We could just do just audio only for people. I mean, we'll still see each other regardless. Yeah. But if we don't want to do live, we don't always have to do it every week or something.
Okay.
It's kind of up to you. I mean, Sundays I'm free on weekends, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming down to Raleigh next weekend.
Yeah.
So I'll be back Sunday night, but I'll be good to do it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even when we come up for that, we could do an episode or something or a show.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be kind of cool.
Do it in person.
Yeah. Like I said, we don't have to do live every week. We can always just, I don't know. It just kind of depends on our schedules and stuff. Do you have tomorrow off?
No.
Well, I wouldn't. We have ours is considered like a floating holiday, so we're technically open, but you get the day if you want to. So.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. How you liking your job? Mom said they got you working like crazy.
I do. It's all right. I have 3 meetings tomorrow before noon.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a lot tomorrow, but I'm normally working until about 6:30 or 7 every day.
What time do you go in?
About between 8:30 and 9, but it's pretty flexible. Like some people get in at 10 and leave like at 7 or 8.
Okay. But
it's a weird team dynamic because like our seniors above us are leaving like super late, like 8 or 9.
Oh wow.
Or later.
You think that like the higher ups would, leave earlier?
Well, the partners, like the higher ups are leaving like decently early, but the seniors, which aren't like super high but are like right above us, are leaving pretty late. And it's just because there's like not enough people on the team to do the work. But that's been okay. It's about to slow down because we're finishing up on interim testing, test of controls and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think this week and next week are like the last weeks of that, and then we'll have December, which will be pretty easy, and then January, February, March will be busy season.
Yep. Yeah. Tax time.
Yeah. Tax time and auditing financial statements.
Oh yeah. So you like you like living by yourself and stuff?
Oh yeah, I kind of like it.
A little different.
It's different, but it's nice having like the autonomy of deciding what happens in my apartment.
Yeah.
Like I can just do this in my living room.
Yeah.
And no one cares. Which is kind of cool. Yeah. Except right now our heat is out.
Your heat's out?
Yeah, the heat in the building just isn't working.
What?
It's kind of a shit show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They like brought in like little heaters and they're blowing them in the hallways of the rooms.
Oh wow, that's nice that they like provided that stuff for you.
Yeah.
Is it pretty? I mean, is it cold in your room right now? Is it pretty?
Right now it's 67, which isn't bad at all.
No, it's not too bad.
No. But
yeah. Do you get like good vacation time and holidays and all that stuff?
So I get
I know
15
you just started, so you
days.
probably don't get as much as you normally would.
Yeah, so I have to accrue, but I get like this year we get 15 plus 3 personal days.
Mhm.
So like coming into the firm, I got 3 personal days like right off the bat,
Okay.
so I can use those, and I accrue the personal days, and then next year they're changing it to just 18 flat vacation days instead of having 3 personal days.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
yeah, so I'm gonna use some of the personal days for Thanksgiving, like taking like that week off, and then we get the week off of Christmas and the week off of Thanksgiving, except we have to give, or no, week off of Christmas and the week off of 4th of July.
Okay.
Well, we just have to give like a few days of
You
vacation
get the
time.
week off?
Yeah.
The whole week?
Yeah. So for 4th of July,
You
we
get
get
18 days, and then
those weeks off.
that's pretty awesome.
But we have to give, for Christmas, we have to give 2 vacation days, and then we get 3 extra. And then for the 4th of July week, we give 3 vacation days and we get 2 extra days.
Okay. That's cool.
So like that's like mandatory
Yeah.
almost. Like if you were to come into the office, no one else would be there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we get
Yeah.
I got when I first since I came in halfway through the year, I got 5 days of vacation. So normally we get 2 weeks of vacation. I think we get 4th of July off, um, Labor Day off, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and then a couple other holidays, and then like
Like
Martin Luther
Memorial
King
Day.
Memorial Day we get off. Martin Luther King Day and Veterans Day is what they consider a floating holiday. So
Gotcha.
you get 2 extra days a year with those days, and since we're technically open, you can still come in and then use that day for something different.
Okay.
And then we get our birthdays off, and then
Nice.
we get Christmas Eve and day off, and then we get Thanksgiving and Black Friday off, which is cool.
Nice.
And then if a holiday ever falls like on a weekend, like if 4th of July was to fall on Saturday, you get Friday off.
Yeah. It's on a Saturday next year.
Yeah. Well, next year is gonna be awesome. Like Christmas is on like a Saturday or Friday. 4th of July is on a Saturday. Halloween's on a Saturday.
Nice.
So Cinco de Mayo is on Taco Tuesday.
Hey.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, as far as the format goes, I mean, I kind of like it. When we talk about what we've been playing,
Yeah.
news, and then if you want to, every once in a while, if we do a live show, we can always do something like we're doing right now, like like an after show.
Mm-hmm.
So where people like comment and stuff, we can comment back. So I haven't really. I mean, people have been commenting while we've streamed, but I haven't answered them just because it's supposed to be like more of like a podcast thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just kind of talk to whoever's commenting or whoever's chatting after the fact.
Yeah, we can do like a 20-minute like after show or something.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I've always wanted to do podcasts. Like I've listened to so many over the past.
Yeah, I've been listening to
years,
a fuck ton of Nintendo podcasts right now. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'll listen to a ton of stuff. Like there's a show called The Comedy Button that I listen to, where they don't really have a format. They just kind of talk about like crazy shit that's happened or whatever.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
I've listened to a lot of Giant Bomb.
Yeah, Giant Bomb's my favorite. Like they've got a pretty solid, pretty solid podcast. That's like I don't listen. There's like 10 or 11 podcasts that I've subscribed to, and I might listen to I listen to all of them, but within a week, like I usually like to stay up to date with Giant Bomb the most.
Yeah,
they're pretty informative, and I enjoy their
covers
stuff.
Covers pretty much everything.
Yeah, they talk about a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna get off here in a couple minutes.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and let's see. Can I stop the recording?